What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with Tactical Gaming, bringing you guys another more Pegasus video. This one, Hasan just exposed himself big time. I'm curious on what he means by this, considering Hasan says something stupid almost every single day, so it's not too surprising. But I'm curious on if it's something new. Before we get fully into this, make sure you guys check out my channel sponsor, W.GG. That's DUBBY.GG. Use my code TacticalGaming90. They are an energy supplement company, much like G Fuel and all those other ones, right? Use my code TacticalGaming90 for 10% off store-wide. Now, let's get into this.
To a series so Artemis 2, even the moon subscribed in today's video. Hasan is back, crashing out at a 59-month
Did a video on that yesterday.
He's controversial and tanks the credibility of people who associate with him. He calls him his worst fan despite paying Hasan for 5 years. He then
Which is funny.
Appearing on CNN saying he has to eat shit from centrist right-wing.
I love how he'll go to American protests, but not protests in other countries.
He's very mad at the new viral game Content King for memeing him shocking his dog. He claims it was made by Asmongold fans, despite them making fun of him as well and every other streamer.
Yeah, I saw that game. It looked funny.
XQC has clowned on Hasan for his CNN appearance. CNN
which was also stupid.
Hasan again to talk about Cuba right after pretending to cancel him. Pathetic.
Yeah.
Asmongold is
so
calling
stupid.
out Hasan's insane hypocrisy, pretending to be against hateful ideologies while supporting.
They don't want to alienate his 3 million fans.
To go to Mars and meet Alien 224. Holy cinema. Now let's begin. Right, welcome back everybody. Another day on the job. Sorry, said a slur already. Right, so last time Hasan was being canceled by CNN. They called him an anti-Semite, showed him...
They're very hard, like, not even, like, hardcore. They were softcore. Like, ridiculous.
Inbred ass is shipped into southern Lebanon. Piper's also posted comments.
Ironic he talks about other people being inbred when he is.
He was also interviewed by YouTuber Philly D.
That went horrible. Did a video on that too.
He just sort of allowed Hasan to justify all of his bullshit statements with zero pushback.
Yeah.
You've been accused of calling Orthodox Jews inbred, comparing Zionists to neo-Nazis, dismissing reports of sexual violence on October 7th. I think ones that are being...
If anyone would be considered a modern-age neo-Nazi, it would definitely be Hasan, considering his massive anti-Jew rhetoric and everything.
Misrepresented pretty egregiously are like it doesn't matter if rapes happen on October 7 or not. Not all of them are fond of Hamas or anything, but it doesn't matter.
Anyways,
like that is a horrific statement right there. Like, you're okay with what happened on October 7th. It doesn't matter what Israel did. It's the matter that a whole bunch of innocent people got murdered and raped and had that stuff put on the internet. The dark web, it went everywhere. So the fact that he's justifying innocent women getting raped by a whole bunch of dudes, and a lot of it was like multiple dudes at the same time, it was horrible. It was horrible. And the fact that this dude is on a platform saying this kind of stuff, and he's not getting banned, blocked, his videos taken down, him getting copyright strike, well, not copyright strikes, but he's not getting his videos stricken down for hateful speech and rhetoric, because, I mean, he's justifying rape of people because, oh, hey, they're Israeli. It's like, really? But yet you're trying to, like, you know, vilify Israel for killing innocent Gazans or innocent Palestinians or innocent Iranians, right? Killing innocent people, it doesn't matter the side, is horrific and should be denounced, and it should be criminalized to the point where anyone a part of it is put in prison or executed for war crimes, period.
That is back doing his regularly scheduled crash out at his own subscribers. This time it was a 59-month sub, 5 years.
Yeah, I did a video on that.
To Hasan perplexed after chatter suggested his unpopularity could help sync candidates with TV ads and slop. Did somebody say slop?
They can't stop all insurgent candidates, but they can use Hasan's unpopularity to send candidates with constant TV ads and slop. Hasan's unpopularity is fucking ridiculous. Why are you, dude? God damn. Bro.
Why is he referring to himself in the third person?
My worst fucking fan.
Why is he referring himself into the third person when he could just say, "Yeah, my unpopularity shouldn't matter"?
Swear to God, you have just seen, you have literally seen in the last week that this is unbelievably unpopular. Okay, unbelievably fucking unpopular, and you're a 59-month subscriber. Interpreting this situation as though it's like even in any way, shape, or form successful. It literally failed with Zoran. God damn, dude. No, Hideo Offliner is one of the worst chatters in this community. Like, notorious.
Dude's been, like, paying your salary, basically, for, like, 5 years.
Pay so much attention to fucking, pay so much attention
just because he's trying to give you a fucking pro tip.
Always.
Oh my god. So, you're telling me that Hasan actually knows this guy by name as well? Hasan has legitimately memorized this dude because he constantly rage baits him. And instead of doing the logical thing and just perma-banning him, instead he's just like, yeah, you know, I'll just lose my mind every now and then. I guess.
Well, if he perma-bans him, that means that's like one less revenue. Can't lose revenue.
These days, you know? You can just stay and rage bait me for another 5 years. Also, calling him your worst fan is crazy, bro. I just know that guy is watching and he died inside after this. Imagine
more likely, yeah.
Son every month for 5 years straight, and he calls you his worst fan. Oh my god, bro, I think I'd jump. In Minecraft, of course. This is what you get for your loyalty to Hasan, right? Make one wrong statement, and suddenly you're the worst fan. He knows that's like a personal insult as well. He knows this is gonna hurt this chatter the most, right? Diabolical. But yeah, I mean, I don't think they said anything wrong. They just said that Hasan is unpopular or whatever. And by that, I think they meant infamous, right? That's what they meant to say, where he's not actually well-liked. He's controversial.
Well, he's very unpopular. Just depends on the like side or group.
Candidates and go, well, if this candidate is associating with Hasan, they're probably not a good person to vote for, which is completely valid, right? Even your own community understands that, hey, people don't want to associate with Hasan. And when you point out the truth on the Hasan Biker channel, he just loses it. We can't have the truth here. Not on the Hasan Biker stream. Lying is OP. Didn't I teach you well, guys? Come on.
Lying is OP.
Yep.
As I say all the time.
As I say all the time.
Look at the chat here. 59-month pundit brainworms. We're not special, chatter. There are tens of thousands of us. Well, I don't think there's tens of thousands who are paying for 5 years. Assuming unpopularity when no one knows who he is. Assuming unpopular. Okay, just repeated this 3 times. Are you talking about the chatter or Hasan here? Wait a minute, are you also rage baiting Hasan?
Possibly.
His popularity is only growing. Okay, now you're just delusional. He's literally stayed the same for the past 5 years. I mean, I guess his popularity for, you know, shocking his dog might be growing. His, like, infamousness might be growing. Like, 5 years ago, you probably couldn't make 300 episodes just clowning on it. This is a new thing, okay? I don't think anybody's ever done this before. This is just, if I'm gonna be completely honest, I didn't even mean to start the series. I was just making videos in a bunch of regards, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's very much what I do.
Kind of showing up over and over again. Wait, all these guys are kind of in cahoots with each other. Wait a minute, I can make this into a series. And then it all came together, you know? Right, so then Hasan addresses appearing on CNN. And basically people were mad that he was going to rally with like a candidate while being this controversial person. And he basically creates like a new term here.
Bro, you lost literally no one on any of your platforms. Just at least signaling to other leads they have no motion. I would go so far as say it's a backfire. Right?
It's a backfire.
Ed has been able to reach the top 5 in fundraisers this past week as this like media cycle started kicking into high gear. And not only that, but a lot of people who don't know who the fuck I am, probably for the first time ever, heard my name and were like, let me look into this guy. A lot of people have reached out to be like, dude, do you feel all right? Like, people are really on your ass. Do you feel okay? Do you feel okay? I'm like, yeah, of course I feel okay. You want to know why? Because I've been eating this shit from both liberals and right.
See that he eats shit. That's funny.
Since October 8th, 2023. Like, I eat it from all of these other fucking dipshits on this lineup, right? All of these other reactionary right-wing dickheads on this fucking lineup on a daily fucking basis. And then I just have to sit there and eat it from the Democrats too. Holy shit. I just have to sit there and get a barrage of hate from centrist
Have fair takes then, and you probably get a lot less hate.
Wow. Okay, I gotta add that one to the Diddy Piker playbook. That's a new term. Centrist right-wing Democrats. Now, you might be thinking, that makes no fucking sense at all because centrist, right-wing, and Democrats are explicitly,
All
by
different.
definition, three different things.
Yep.
They are quite literally
Right wing is clearly right wing. Democrats are usually left leaning or like semi-centrist. Semi, and I don't mean actually centrist. And then centrists are people in the middle who can see positives of both sides when it comes to certain topics. That's literally what it is.
Find in three different ways. And Hasan goes, yeah, these centrist right-wing Democrats are going after me, which is essentially a way of smearing the Democrat, right? Basically, if you're a left-leaning person or a Democrat or a liberal or whatever, and you disagree with Hasan Piker, now you're a centrist right-wing Democrat, which is basically saying, hey, I'm pushing you to the center, meaning that you're not with us. And then I'm pushing you to right wing as well, meaning you're totally against us now, and everybody should cancel you. Absolutely brilliant move by Hasan Piker once again. How does he do it? How does he do it? I mean, not gonna lie, this might actually be better than Zionist Nazi, which is another term that Hasan comes up with, right? Which is so hard to grasp because you would think it means the opposite, right? Even when you say you're a right-wing Democrat, it's like, what the fuck are you, like, they're just opposite things. It makes no sense.
He's just coming up with word
this
salad.
is Hasan Piker universe. Nothing makes sense here. Anyways, I love his fan fiction here. Every time, anything that's like unverifiable information, Hasan will just turn into J.K. Rowling, just like a fiction writer, right? Yeah, guys, you know, a lot of people reached out to me. A lot of people were concerned about me, actually. Complete cap. This is the same thing he said after he shocked his dog, right? He was like, yeah, you know, all these people publicly might be clowning on me, condemning me, but actually, everybody secretly in private, they all agree with me, right? They all reached out to me. They're all on my side. I just find it funny.
Crazy.
That's how it works, right? In public, everybody hates Hasan, but
I love
conveniently
that.
in private, where nobody can check, right? They just love Hasan all the time. Everybody's reaching out. Everybody's going, Hasan, are you okay? Oh my God, I saw they tried to cancel you on CNN. Are you okay? Surely Hasan
Didn't even cancel him.
Guys. He would never do that.
I would say
Also,
it's a call out, not even really very much of anything.
Israel, bro. Everybody started hating me.
They could have went way harder. They could have brought up the Chinese fucking comment.
After October 7th.
They could have brought up the grape comments.
Israel coverage. It's your
His Miley Cyrus comment.
To lie and misrepresent every single thing for your agenda. People responded, centrist right-wing Democrats. Bruh, what? Listen,
yeah.
I've said before, I'll say it again. The right say he's too extreme and radical. The left thinks he's too toxic to hook onto. The center sees him as an animal-abusing 9/11 guy.
Yep.
That's every political side. If all uniquely hate you, you are just a piece of shit.
Yep.
Half of Democrats that know him dislike him. They put you in a Democratic poll. Favorability among Democrats. We got Obama at the top. It goes down. We got Mamdani there. And we got Hasan Piker right next to, like, right-wingers. Oh,
that's funny.
Brother. His narcissism makes him completely oblivious to how incredibly unpopular he is. He uses the puff pieces he pays for to show how popular he is.
Yeah.
His overinflated
He literally
ego.
pays for people to say nice things about him.
Please find me some more dollars. People are really struggling to recognize his influence.
Oh God, this guy
I'm not
again.
sure if he even wants this level of fame anymore, as I think he identifies as more of a political activist. Oh, brother. I wouldn't rule out a future directly in politics, though, as he has the talent 100%. If by talent you mean, like, pathological liar, I mean, yeah, he'd make a great politician. Oh my God, why the hell am I here?
Oh, I saw that. I saw that.
Bro, this is more likes than normal, bro. You
it's so funny.
Me as a side character, and I'm not participating here.
Yeah, you are. You're totally participating.
Influence of the legendary series, Holy. Even the host is showing up now. Anyways, moving on to Hasan crashing out over the game Content King.
Oh, this is gonna be funny.
Hasan to get mad about memes and being completely unable to take a simple joke. Now, quick recap, there's basically a game going viral that a bunch of people are playing, and it featured the Halalabi Dog Simulator, and it makes fun of, like, every streamer. There's, like, Asmongold's dump of a house. There's the infamous Asmon Hasan debate.
That's great.
It's just a massive shithole. Kick this out. Did Halal Abi send you?
I remember this. I watched freaking Asmund playing it. It looked funny. Or checking it out. It looked funny.
Huh? I'm gonna debate him.
Yo, bro, so, what's up with the houses?
Oh no. Are we debating?
Yeah, unless you're scared.
Oh god.
That's right, dude. We need to defend Israel. They're America's greatest ally.
That's
So
funny.
Hasan responded. Hasan finds out about his Content King feature and ponders if the developers are Asmongold fans.
Did you see that Content King game made you an Israel supporter? Wait, what? Gross.
Gross.
I mean, maybe. Wait, actually.
This is gonna be funny.
Maybe they won't yell at me any longer if people think I'm an Israel supporter.
You're an idiot.
So that's cool. This satire. This is why gaming is bad. There was a dog shocking minigame and it called Hasan be a grifter. I don't know about the whole Israel supporter thing. No way. Another sweaty game developer that like probably is an Asmongold fan is calling.
Probably an Asmongold fan. They made fun of Asmongold.
Shocking revelation.
I mean, they could be an Asmongold fan.
Bro talks like a 35-year-old frat boy. And of course, it's gotta be an Asmongold fan behind it. If it isn't Israel, it has to be Asmongold.
Heck
Now,
yeah.
if you actually do about 5 seconds of research and take a look at the game, it makes fun of literally everybody.
That's
Asmongold
awesome.
lives in a freaking dump with dead animals and cockroaches.
Yep.
He's a neglectful
Yep.
father who's potentially engaged in child abuse.
Bro, your kid is starving. She can't even. Yep.
It's bad.
And you know what Asmund did when he saw
Laughed.
all these offensive jokes?
He literally laughed.
He laughed and he enjoyed the game because it's funny. That's how you take jokes and memes. Even Destiny is in the game as like a
Oh,
cup
that's
or something.
great.
A few months ago, my girlfriend Mel started working different shifts than me. But that guy Tim over there, coincidentally, not long after, she asked for an open relationship.
But
You can question her,
classic
Ma. Hell yeah.
But here's about a joke about him, and he goes, "Well, of course, it's another
Asmongold fan.
making a game to shit on me." You could literally do a second of research and open the game yourself. Maybe look up a YouTube video about it. Instead, he instantly just goes with what his chat is saying.
I thought it was funny.
They're exclusively making fun of you. The entire
They make
game
fun
is
of
like a
everybody.
parody of streaming culture, right? Everything is extremely exaggerated and ridiculous. There's a guy who's like trapped in the basement, and then you can go around and like film him for views and use him for
So
content,
jacked up.
which is,
That's
just a
funny.
play on IRL streaming culture and how ridiculous it is and how
That's so
every single
funny.
thing is turned into content. I mean, in my opinion, it's a pretty entertaining game, not gonna lie, and it's actually decently well made as well.
Yeah, for a
Kaya
privately made
makes an
game.
appearance.
And claims I shocked my dog. That's a shocking revelation. Oh no. What will I do? What should we do, guys? Should we throw a party? What should we do?
Dog shocker party.
Nature made.
There it is, the dog herself, too. The doggo herself. But
That poor dog.
Drama chatters, please stop trying to farm drama. I'm pretty sure the game's actually fine. Yeah, I'm sure it's okay. But
You sound so
the
depressed.
developer's events, he lost best gear compilation by Asmund and needed to redeem himself. I don't know anything about this game, but I don't necessarily care all that much.
Wait,
Oh, you
what the
definitely-
heck?
definitely
Is
care.
this AI? Oh my god, Kaya actually gets water now without getting shocked? Oh my god, we have made progress. Thank you, Internet. Reminder, in the past, there were clips going around where Kaya had to look at Hasan Paika desperately, try to stare at him for over 5 minutes straight, and lick her lips about 50 times to try and attempt to beg for water. Yep, absolute scumbag right there.
That poor
And,
dog.
We have actually scared Hasan into being more lenient now and not zapping his dog on camera. Now, off
Just because he
screen,
wants
though,
her in frame. So
Kaya's
dumb.
probably going through the 7 layers of hell, but at least for 10 hours a day, she gets some relief, Unless, of course, he's zapping her off screen. People
Oh, you
responded
never
that
know.
the
He
dog
probably learned his
shocker
lesson from
man
doing it on
child
screen.
cannot take a joke. Yeah, everything everything's got to be about Israel. Yeah, totally. Nobody hates you because you're an a-hole, Hasan. It's because of Israel. This show
Yeah,
has been
it's totally Israel. No one gives a shit about Israel, really.
Of taking any at all, or spins his own abuse into a joke himself. Eric, back at it again. How do you get like more than 0 likes? I really suspect botting. No way you'd pay for 8 bots, right? That's just tragic. 8 alternative accounts. Yeah, the guys
Probably.
that made it are just OTK MAGA guys. Well, I don't know why
OTK
Hasan
MAGA
would
guys.
comment on this, but I guess he knows what he's doing more than
I'm pretty sure a good
and so,
portion of
course,
OTK
he's a
is
political
probably
figure
either
on the internet
non-political
that a nice
or
guy
like
out.
almost
You
centrist or
got me.
left-leaning.
Okay, it really is professional rate bait. Every video, I cannot decide. Is he a troll? Is he real? Is he a troll? Is he real? I still cannot fathom. It's got to be the biggest. It's got to be the most perfect troll known to man. Because,
Paid Hasan
like, he's
grifter.
responding to the comments. His account is entirely Hasan dedicated. But he's not the biggest.
I'm pretty sure he's a paid Hasan grifter.
Which is why he's crying about the death
Paid to
of
talk good
Asman
about
fans.
Hasan.
Let's not let facts get in the way. Not a single Asman stream from the last week has more viewers. Oh man, no way you're comparing viewership. Even Hasan
I would not
has
do that.
conceded
I would not
he's
do that.
Not as popular, bro. This is on one platform. He multi-streams. There's the YouTube. There's everything else. Oh my god, it's just crazy.
That's like saying
the level of
freaking
cult,
I
bro.
get more
5
views than
minutes
more
versus one of
Pegasus.
his
Is like that is
channels.
not
Thanks,
nowhere
buddy,
near
talking
true.
about streaming. 5.1 billion views on his YouTube channel. How does it make you feel? You're a bit parasocial. Since the guy who goes out of his way to defend us
So
on every
stupid.
tweet ever, dude. Man, I cannot tell if you're legit or parody. Legitimately, this one
People
got me
should
thinking
not
you're the
argue
latter.
with
Well,
dumb
good
idiots
for
on the
you.
internet.
Some people are just too stupid, you know. Game makes fun of every streamer. MAGA did this. This has got to be bait.
It is.
OTK from jokes. Super obvious. Follow the money. Ultimate
Oh my
Hasan
God.
bot changed his account. And he's tagged the other Hasan bot. There's no way. Bro, yeah, that SlopTuber has been a fan of me for a while. We got
What?
both the Hasan bots interacting. Absolute cinema. This is my
That's great.
Marvel, like, multiverse type situation here, you know? You know, honestly, you two should be glad.
Spev
This is the
V2,
most
that sounds
popular
familiar.
you will ever be in your entire life ever. Welcome to the legendary series, Holy Cinema. Every day you cling onto Hasan's balls. Nice rage. You're such a regarded bot, dude, honestly.
Yes.
Moving on
Yes.
to Debunker XQC responding to Hasan's CNN segment.
The streaming platform.
Yo, what? Guys, these pictures, check, I think it's like when they show Johnny Sins and he's like a firefighter, a doctor. Like,
At least among
No, I mean-
adults. But ask your kids. His new role as a midterm surrogate for some Democrats is proof that his political influence is expanding far beyond
like, dude, what?
the streaming platform Twitch, where he, as a prominent voice on the left.
Okay, this is edited.
Yeah.
Okay, this is edited. There's no way his head is that small. Just stop it.
Oh, his head's that small.
It has to be edited.
His head's that small.
And for good reason. Hasan Piker's past
tropes they use, and then he'll use the exact same tropes and just sub Jew for Israel, which is the place where all Jews collectively have a connection to, and is the homeland where
What?
more than 50% of Jews on
What?
planet Earth live.
Fair enough. When somebody's using the method of trying to portray everything as anti-Zionist to have goals that are anti-Semitic, in my opinion, it's wrong.
Yes.
So many people say, "Oh, guys, well, all lives matter." It's like, okay, I would agree with this in general, but most people that say this shit, most of them, do it in a way to discredit Black Lives Matter shit. It is what it is, and you can do me all you want, but it's just a lot of people use it as a vehicle to go somewhere else.
Yep.
So
You ain't wrong.
when I see a bad actor that uses the vehicle, I call it out, and I think Hasan does that. And,
I would agree with him on that.
He's completely right.
Yeah.
Hasan basically just calls anyone he doesn't like Zionist so he can
Yeah.
hate on them.
Or
It's
Islamophobe.
the perfect excuse to be anti-Semitic without actually getting caught. Except Hasan is really bad at it. But I love how XQC's chat is so worried, like what's he gonna say this time.
Why are you
know,
watching this
honestly,
shit?
the
That's
CNN
funny.
thing was barely a criticism segment. Like they did a fucking like photo reel for him. They gave Dan Clancy
Oh, God,
a whole,
that
like,
dude.
mooning sesh over this, you know. You know he was refreshing the channel, you know.
Oh,
had
big
that
time.
Recorded and saved straight into his hard drive. Right. So it turns out, despite CNN trying to supposedly cancel Hasan, another person on CNN literally had him on for a segment on Cuba right after that. Dude, how ridiculous is this? Imagine going, oh yeah, this Hasan guy is such an anti-Semite and a terrorist supporter. Nobody should associate with him. Literally right after going, here's my friend Hasan talking about Cuba, doing a wonderful humanitarian trip. What did I tell you? A bunch of hacks. Hasan went on CNN to talk Cuba. I was very sad by all the poverty. Goes in a $5,000 outfit.
Yeah.
Paint us a picture of what it's like on the ground.
So ridiculous.
When I first landed in Cuba, I was taken aback by how beautiful everything was. You know, you got the 1950s cars, and it's a tropical island destination. But very quickly thereafter, as soon as we got into Havana, the main city area where people congregate, I couldn't believe the sights that I was seeing. It was very sad. You had homes that looked like they were bombed out. Our tour guide at the time
You were talking
said
about
that,
living La Vida
this
Loca
was
there.
somewhat of a product of hurricane season and how difficult it is to like repair these buildings. And I already had known about the rolling blackouts, and I experienced them later in the day. And it was definitely unlike anything I've ever experienced before. Everything's pitch black. There aren't any traffic lights on.
You know, Hasan, you can do like a humanitarian aid effort with how much money you make and donate quite a bit of money to the people of Cuba. You could try to do that. Why don't you do that?
Like, it's crazy.
Yes, it was very sad, guys. I experienced the blackout. I couldn't see anything from my $1,500 shades, you know? Meanwhile, the 3 flippin' angles of Hasan Biker's hotel being lit up like a Christmas tree while everybody is in the dark. The peasants in the dark, the rich Hasan lit up. The only one.
The dude literally has so much influence. 3 million plus, like, you know, fans and all of that. It's like, dude, why have you not done a humanitarian aid effort? If you knew you were going to Cuba, right? Why did you not sit there and do some kind of like fundraiser or something like that for those people and then be like, oh, hey, look, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go down to Cuba and I'm going to help the Cuban people repair their shops, their homes, their roads, their whatever. Slowly but surely. Why didn't you do that?
With power in the city. You're such a bullshitter, Hasan. The audacity to lie over and over and over again. This is the 5th time he's doubled down on this. And
Oh, he's going to keep doubling down.
The poverty. I thought you fixed it, Hasan. You were peppering them with wads of cash. Maybe you should have
Yeah,
taken off
$1
your
bills.
shirt. That's probably worth than whatever you were distributing. Also, where the hell is your on-the-ground interviews, Hasan? Didn't you
Right.
film a bunch of shit?
Exactly. Where are those at?
Then he talks about being very angry. When are you not angry, man?
Right? But I was taken aback. I was very sad by all the poverty that I saw, and then I was very angry.
I was very angry.
It was actually Ben Rhodes who told me that I would get very sad when I first went to
Obama foreign policy advisor.
Former Obama foreign policy advisor Ben Rhodes, who was formative in the previous normalization agreement with Cuba that Barack Obama had orchestrated, and he was right. It was very sad to see, but then it was very angering. It was very anger-inducing because I felt like there was a lot of potential on this island that we were just robbing the people of. And,
You mean Cuban government robbing them of?
Totally cruel and totally unnecessary. And it was part of the reason why I went to Cuba. Because
Hey, Hasan, is it American people's fault on why America is the way it is, or is it the government's fault? That's a legitimate question. If you're going to blame the government, our government, then you got to blame the Cuban government.
I've heard a lot about Cuban organizing, Cuban government. I'd read a lot about it.
Sure.
I knew about the island's history of developing sovereignty, but I'd also heard about this blockade, right?
Oh my
and
God.
I wanted to figure out exactly how this blockade was harming people directly. And you, as an American citizen, as a matter of fact, have a lot of restrictions on what you can and can't do, both on the island or if you wanted to even send money. If you have relatives on the island, it's a very difficult process to directly send cash payments to your relatives as well. It's totally unnecessary. These rules are so arbitrary, and yet they're so damaging.
Because the Cuban government takes everything,
Hasan.
Hasan.
That regular Cubans are angry at you for your insane flippin' grift.
Yeah.
Going to Cuba with 600
They went on vacation,
Army
basically.
guards, taking up the limited resources,
Yep.
partying it up, just in order to virtue signal while people suffer right next to you. It's the most dystopian, out-of-touch bullshit thing you've done, and you somehow find a way to blame everything on America. You go there to lecture Cubans on how amazing communism is.
Yeah,
You gotta
when they
do
live
what is
in communism.
Only then you get the $1. Say it. Say it. Absolute clown. Hasan, I thought Cuba is a communist utopia. What happened?
Right.
You told everybody on stream how good and cool everything was. Now on CNN, you say Cuba's not in good condition. Effing hypocrite. Yeah, he's
Yep.
like, oh yeah, everybody's just having a great time, partying, enjoying the music, enjoying the lovely weather. Like I feel like the mood definitely shifted here. Of course, the Hasan bot. Super impressive interview by Hasan here.
Oh my
Not
God.
that I'm surprised, he always comes across very well. No one has bought this level of attention to what is happening in Cuba. I'm
So
sure he knows there
stupid.
will still be a lot of hate for this, but it's worth it for the message. Dude, honestly, Eric, or whatever the fuck your name is, I think I should start paying you. Like your comments are so stupid, and it's consistent. Every single time it's a new
'Cause he's paid by
way
Hasan, probably.
to be a dumbass. You know, come back in 100 videos, and we'll probably have this guy's segment, you know, in each episode, adding up to an entire episode, right? It'll just be this guy. You're getting your ass beat in the comments, big dog. It's important to discuss outside your own echo chamber. I enjoy this very small percentage of people willing to discuss these topics. There's not a lot of them, though. 72 to 38. I feel like you're on the small side, pal. I can't wait to see you in the legendary series.
Oh, he's in there.
Thank you, Nami. Holy, we got Nami from One Piece. We're getting every character from the One Piece universe watching cinema. Comrade doesn't know what the legendary series is. Oh, but he will. He will. Oh, he absolutely knows.
Oh, he
There's
knows.
this Tard always at the top of the comments when it's Hasan related. I think
'Cause
it's
it's-
ironic. I don't know.
It's either
Like,
Hasan
CNN
or someone
talks
paid by
about
Hasan.
how the CNN segment was completely useless, considering
Yeah.
they tried to call him an anti-Semite and platformed him immediately after.
Yeah.
As you guys know, yesterday I was endlessly slandered by Jake Tapper, my #1 op at CNN. And in the process of getting endlessly smeared and slandered by Jake Tapper, who called me an anti-Semite,
Hasan Piker's past and present is checkered with controversial, if not outrageous, if not bigoted state comments.
I still turned around and was able to fire off a CNN segment only a couple hours later with my friend Alex Michelson, who had asked me to come on CNN a while back. Like, imagine being the boomer who was watching the Jake Tapper segment in the middle of the day, only to then turn around and watch me a couple hours later to be like, wait a minute, wasn't this guy the dangerous radical anti-Semite? Now he
Hasan, they call you hours or like a day before to see if you can come in for an interview or on-screen like conversation. They always do that. It's not like they just randomly called you like an hour or two before. It's relatively multiple hours before.
was over here talking about how he went to Cuba to deliver humanitarian aid. It is a pretty funny duality here. American TV news anchors wrathful.
He probably even knew about what CNN was going to say before they actually said it.
There's only one thing.
Yeah, I mean, he's actually completely right for the first time. CNN is so fucking shameless and uncoordinated. They actually thought that this was a good idea. Let's do an extremely softball sort of segment on Hasan. Not use.
Well, no, because you got to remember that CNN was recently bought out by, I think, a right-wing ringer or centrist or someone who like knows Donald Trump, and everyone's like, "Oh, right-wing bought CNN. Oh no!" But they're literally trying to keep their left-leaning fans, and they're also trying to seem like they're fair and impartial when they're not. So what they did was they had Jake Tapper, you know, a much older man, do his take, or at least they had him do a take that they're like, hey, yeah, do this, but only say these things. And then they had other guy, Eric, do his actual interview with Hasan, which then goes, oh, look, see, and then they're going to pull in all of Hasan's, you know, fans who watch CNN or whatever, right? That was their plan. They're not retarded. What they did was on purpose. It wasn't like poorly planned. No, that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to bring in boomers and a whole bunch of older people. Boom. Probably even show off Hasan a little bit to be like, hey, look, this is his takes, and probably gained another group of following because their stuff is tanking. Their viewers are tanking.
Any of the good clips at all, not even turn on the legendary series, and instead make it about Israel again, which is exactly what Hasan wants, right? And then platform him again the same day. Holy shit, I didn't even know this was the same day, bro. Oh my god, what a joke. CNN is completely useless. This is why Hasan has actually managed to form some semblance of an audience, because there's all these colossal regards who are so ineffective at actually explaining how problematic Hasan is, right? Mainstream media, useless as always. Hasan's audience goes, we got motion, boys. Jake Trapper unintentionally created a Streisand effect, Hasan. Big Huss giving there's no fucking way you called Hasan Big Huss. Yuck. I just don't want babies to die. Is as simple as it gets. Can we stop being demons, please? Thanks. Tell that to Hasan.
Right.
Doesn't he call babies settlers? And doesn't he support terrorists who do kill babies?
Yes.
Such a stupid hypocrite. You probably gave CNN more viewers than they have gotten in months. Probably. This
Yep.
makes me so proud as a Hasanabi head. You're definitely using like
You definitely look like you would be one.
You would admit this on the internet. 2025. Haha. Andrew Cuomo is so funny. Watch the DNC turn "Do you condemn Hasan" into a talking point. 2026. Well, that's more of Hasan's own fault. So then Hasan starts reading the other Hasan's tweets. Reminder, this was one of the Hasans he met at his secret party of multimillionaire elites. And the more I learn about this guy, the more I realize he's just Hasan Piker 2.0. Extremely brain rotted.
Matthew Hassan says, props to CNN's Alex Michelson for having Hassan the Hun on and letting him speak in his own voice, his own words, rather than ventriloquized or quoted out of context by pro-Israel politicians and pundits. Let's take a look.
God.
For the first time. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
You know, there's a lot of people who aren't pro-Israel who still call him out. I'm not pro-Israel, and I call him out. Hypocrisy, man.
Hasan Piker, thank you.
I denounce violence on both ends.
Thank you for having me. What kind of counter can you have for that, right? Like, people will turn around and be like, bro, you're doing propaganda, you're doing regime propaganda. It's like, no, I'm just telling you exactly what's going on the island. I'm telling you...
No, you're doing regime propaganda.
And if you don't appreciate that, it's because
if you're not doing regime propaganda, where are your street interviews, dude? You said you had street interviews. You did street interviews. Where are they? Matter of fact, in one of your X posts, you literally bring up the fact that the Cuban government gave you a group of people that you could interview. Where are they?
you are unwilling to recognize the damage that this government is causing to Cuba because you have some kind of ideological blind spot. Are there issues with mismanagement of the economy? Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah, if Hasan ever says that I'm telling you exactly what's going on, he's lying.
Yeah.
It's like a dead giveaway.
Lying is OP.
Every word coming out of his mouth is ran through 50 filters of his brain-rotted agenda, right? USA bad, everything opposite the USA good. You literally only went to Cuba to glaze communism, portray yourself as this hero. Look, I'm saving the poor people. Actual supervillain, dude. And you lied about the 5-star hotel for the 5th time, bro. Like, he really loves doubling down on his lies. Also, I love how the other Hasan says the exact same points as him. It's out of context. It's pro-Israel people that smear him. Did you guys, share notes or something at your Illuminati meeting? Moving on to Asmongold, commenting on Hasan's appearance.
Oh, that's funny.
Anybody who does anything to try to kind of minimize or delegitimize criticism of, or promote or provide any sort of help to any of these terrorist groups, right? The Houthis, Hamas, Iran as a country, really is obviously anti-woman and anti-Semitic.
Yep.
I mean, really. I mean, because these people...
And anti-gay.
Hamas doesn't want to kill Israel. People in Israel, they want to kill... Houthis have it. It's literally in their flag or
Yep.
their
They do.
Mission, your mission statement as a company. Well, their mission.
They want to
statement
genocide
says
the Jews.
all the Jews. I mean,
That's what they want to do.
All the Israelis. It says all the Jews. So I mean, it's just categorically true.
Yes.
Hasan Piker, and they kill them too. It's not like this is some person with opinions. I mean,
It's
they
fact.
do also kill them.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cut and clear. Hasan claims he's not anti-Semitic and not anti-women while supporting multiple terror groups who are explicitly anti-Semitic and anti-women.
Exactly.
And this isn't, up for debate. They're not really shy about it. It's in their flippin' slogans, their charter, their rules.
Yep.
Hasan is just justifying evil people killing civilians and going, but America, but Israel. Dude, nothing justifies those level of atrocities. And
Exactly.
It has been said as well that you can't criticize Israel without supporting terrorists. So it's
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be both or none, you know?
Uh-huh.
I don't really see how any person can, in good conscience, support Hasan, right? I don't think you're allowed to call yourself a progressive if you support Hasan. He's
That's a fact. That is a fact.
completely antithetical to any progressive values. It's a complete contradiction. So
Yeah.
Hasman points out the insane hypocrisy of Hasan's interview.
I just also happen to be an avowed anti-Zionist. I believe Zionism is a very racist ideology. It's an ethno-religious...
He's a very racist ideology.
And it's the underpinning ideology that has caused the genocide of Palestinians. in the hands of Israel and also the United States.
I wonder what Hamas thinks about other ideologies.
Right?
I
Exactly.
wonder, you know, like if Hamas was in control, do you think that there'd be any Jews?
Nope. That's a nope.
I wonder, guys. Oh, wow, it's a big mystery. It's pretty simple. If you can't unequivocally condemn a group of people that are openly advocating for the extermination of a race of people, then you have a problem. It's very simple. Like
Yeah.
Hamas and Hezbollah and the Houthis and the Iran government, the IRGC, these are radical genocidal organizations that
Yep.
will try to not only purge their own people, but then also go out and purge non-believers that are outside of their own community as
Yep.
well. If you can't unequivocally condemn that, then you've got a big problem.
Yes.
You've got a huge problem.
Fact.
It's such an obvious reality, and Israel isn't. You can condemn Israel too.
Exactly.
You can say Israel's bad too.
Exactly.
But if you don't have those other ones on the list, then I think that you've obviously got a bias, don't you?
Uh-huh.
It's totally fine for you to condemn Israel. That's
Yes, it
totally
is.
Okay.
Yeah, don't show this to Hasan, or he's gonna go, he's dick riding Israel again.
Yeah.
And he literally explicitly says it's fine to condemn Israel. I mean, it's
Yeah, you can
cutting
condemn
through
both
this
of them.
is
They're both
politics.
retarded groups.
This is just common sense. Anyone who tells
Like, both governments, the Israeli government and the Muslims governments, right? They're both bad actors, right? They sit there and go, oh, they wronged us. Oh, they wronged us. That's basically what they do, right? So it's like, it's just ridiculous if anyone sits there and goes, oh, well, the Israelis have a reason to do this. Oh, no, the Hamas, Houthi, Hezbollah people, they have the right to do this. Neither of them have the right to do it. Okay, we're in modern times where people can choose to either talk or attack. If you are so intelligent, then you're going to talk. You're going to sit there and let go of the differences that divided you a long time ago. And here's something that these people aren't going to want to hear, right? And this is the Hamas people, Hezbollah people, Palestinian, Iranian, all of that, as well as the Israeli. They're all one group of people. At one point in time, they were all one big group of people and then divided due to religious differences, the way they thought how they should live. And then they got divided, and then because they wanted territory and everything else, like almost every other human being on the planet, they decided to fight each other and have been doing so for like 1,000+ years. At least that's what they claim. So it's like, you can't sit there and if you don't denounce both sides when it comes to the government, because there's good people in both sides, okay? There really is. There's two groups of people, and there's the government, and then there's the people, and that's on both sides. You can sit there, support the people and their freedoms, and sit there and denounce the government, and sit there and say, yeah, they're bad actors, no good.
do that. Oh, well,
That's an intelligent person.
Paris is actually quite complicated. Just shut the fuck up, you piece of shit. Like, get the hell out of here. Like, no sane person is siding with these people. And I feel
Exactly.
like Hasan unironically thinks that the terrorists are the good guys. I mean, he
Which is
basically
ridiculous.
portrays them as freedom fighters, right? He calls them Luffy from One Piece, which is so much brain damage. He makes me ashamed to be a One Piece fan, right? Leave it to Hasan to ruin every fucking anime you've ever watched. I cannot imagine watching One Piece and getting that message from the show.
Right.
The Houthis, they're kind of like Luffy. You're like, no, man, no.
Not even close.
The terrorists would probably give Hasan like a special seat in their council. Like, Hasan, you have done so much.
He's their
work,
PR
right?
manager.
So much propaganda. Like, wow. Here's an honorary position.
He's their
you know,
PR manager, the propaganda manager.
And I find it crazy. He claims to be against these racist ideologies and then supports terrorists who have the exact same ideology. I mean, I don't know what I was expecting. This is the guy who justifies the D to America chant, right?
Yep.
That's not what it means, guys. Don't trust your eyes. Don't trust your ears. They're hijacked by Israel. You legitimately cannot get more brain rotted than Hasan. Phil responded, I can't wait to never hear his name again. Bro, they didn't even show his worst stuff, which is inciting violence.
Yep.
Don't worry, we got
Exactly.
play it.
If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott. Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers and murder those motherfuckers.
Yep.
in the street.
There you go.
The streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods, dude.
When an idiot ceases
And that's the kind of stuff right there that I'm talking about that the dude says and has on his Twitch, on his YouTube. The dude should be removed from the internet. That is why.
To be useful, they are promptly discarded.
His hateful rhetoric.
Jack admitting his grandparents were first cousins explains a lot.
Yep.
Diabolical admission. Now click this video for some Skittles. Okay, I haven't eaten candy in like years.
Good job, buddy.
I feel like I'm at that age where everything is toxic to me right now. Just gotta eat a bunch of eggs, bro. But hey, it's still delicious. Okay, thanks for...
Well, that was a great video from More Pegasus. I agree with him pretty much on everything. So it's like, go check him out. Make sure you guys check out w.gg. And for all you idiots who literally think that, like, either Israel is the good guys in all of this and, you know, the Muslim people are all the good guys in this, you're fucking wrong. They're both wrong. They have been perpetuating hatred and violence for over 1,000 years, and it shows how intelligent they are and how emotional they are. They can easily just sit down and say, okay, hey, you respect our borders, we'll respect your borders. We can become friends and allies. We may have some differences here and there when it comes to religious thoughts and beliefs, but as long as you don't kill our people, we won't kill your people, we won't go to war, we'll all be copacetic and cool. But they can't and won't, because both sides just want to take, and that's literally both governments. I'm excluding the people, because those people in those countries don't really have any control of what their government does, because they're not technically free to do so. Because you can guarantee their government, much like almost any government in the world, is going to start executing people. Okay? So, if anyone thinks that I'm an Israeli supporter, I'm not. I do support the people, and I believe everyone on the planet deserves to be free and live their life. But not to sit there and, you know, force feed people a doctrine that they do not believe in and then threaten their life because they choose not to believe in it. Okay? Like, share, subscribe. Stay free, America. Love you guys. Later.